Hi, my name is Brian Howard. I am the town clerk and registrar here in the town of Randolph. This is an official Randolph ballot box. This here is the voting machine. And the machine is the device that counts your ballot. The ballot box is the device that stores your ballots for the end of the night. If you check off that you are doing a write-in, the machine will actually divert your ballot into the right-hand compartment so that it can be hand-tallied by the tallier or the warden at the end of the evening. Once they go in to vote, no cell phones. Kids are allowed. You may bring your children to vote. In fact, quite frankly, I always remember going to vote with my mom, and I always looked forward to it. So we encourage it. It's a positive thing. So the law is very clear that children under 18, even though they're not registered voters, are allowed into the polling location within 150 feet of any polling location. So for example, at Randolph High, for any of you who vote there, you always notice that everybody's out by the street. It's because they can't be any closer. They'd love to be right in front of the pool doors and shaking you down for a vote before you go in. They're not allowed to. It's 150 feet. And that also means the voters. The voters cannot have any paraphernalia for a candidate or a campaign. When you go to vote, this here is a sample ballot for the presidential election. It's important that you vote both sides of the ballot. The candidates are on one side. The back side of the ballot has the ballot question. In Massachusetts, it's a 3-ballot rule, meaning that if you're voting and you make an error, you have the right to a second ballot. If you make an error on that ballot, you're allowed a third ballot. On the third ballot, that ballot is the one that is supposed to be counted. Now, I will say, if it's not busy at the moment, and in this election I'm not sure if that would happen, but if it is not busy and the warden wants to show some discretion, I'm fine with that. You're running the show. That is not an issue on my part. However, I have found that in most cases, and we're going to go over it when we talk about the voting machine, if you indicate to the voter what the error was, because sometimes they're not sure what they did, 9 times out of 10, they usually don't need anything more than a second ballot. If you vote absentee and your absentee ballot was mailed within your community or within the continental USA, it is important that your absentee ballot be returned by election day at 8 p.m. to the town clerk's office. If there's enough time, the ballot will actually be brought out then to the polling location. Overseas ballots and military ballots have more time, but it's important that ballots voted within the continental USA are returned to your town clerk's office with plenty of time. If you have any question on your polling location, where you vote, if you're registered, what precinct, make sure you contact your town clerk's office. In my case, you will call the Randolph Town Clerk's office at 961-0900 or the town's website, and we'll be more than happy to give you any information you can to make voting day as smoothly as possible. And just make sure you get out and vote. It's your voice. You want to have it heard. Thank you.